Grassroots football provides every young player in the UK with an entry point as they look to fulfil a dream career in the beautiful game. After progressing through grassroots football, many players go on to academies before joining professional teams. So why are facilities in the UK so far behind?
Compared to other European football superpowers such as France and Germany, the range of high-quality grassroots facilities available to players in the UK is considerably reduced. But what do the players, coaches and those in charge of grassroots facilities make of the current situation?
A study conducted by Sports England in 2018 found that 94,000 football games across England were called off due to inadequate facilities during the 2017-18 season, whilst only 1 in 3 community football pitches was deemed adequate by the Football Association. It's statistics like this that have prompted action from various local football associations in order to resolve the problem of poor grassroots facilities. Academy founder Dale Tobias is recognised as one of the top technical coaches in the UK, holding a UEFA B licence among his many coaching badges. An ex-player himself, Tobias has very similar memories of his experiences with facilities compared to what the youth of today experience.
In terms of the pitches and so forth, yes, I mean, I think the pitches haven't really changed in all that time. They're a little bit better, maybe, you could say, in some areas, but as a whole, you know, I think that the pitches, the only difference is the 3G pitches have, you know, improved, and there's more of them which you can train on during the week, whereas you used to train in school halls and Saturday mornings on grass pitches. But you know, I think that had a different learning outcome for us as players.
He also believes that councils and schools need to take greater care of their facilities, as well as provide greater funding so that every child has access to a nearby grassroots pitch.
I think personally, all the government should make sure that all secondary schools has a 3G pitch, has a full-size 3G pitch. It wouldn't be nice to think that all grassroots or semi-professional and county teams could have grassroots, could have 3G pitches. Unfortunately, I think that's not going to be realistic. But I do think that the council should spend more on parks and the upkeeps of parks, and help clubs to maybe take over these parks and the running of them. I know there is a play and pitch strategy that they have at the moment, but I don't think that it's as good as it needs to be to help improve the facilities for young people, and not just in football. It should be for all sports.
New pitches like this one in Surrey guarantee local grassroots sides have the opportunity for their players to develop on both a team and individual basis. The local university side regularly use this pitch in preparation for their home games. However, not all communities have access to facilities as pristine as these. Sussex FA referee and academy coach Joel Lamping believes that high-quality facilities will allow upcoming players to develop in the best environments possible.
The facilities, they've definitely improved since I was there, but I wouldn't say they were bad. I mean, a lot of it was on grass pitches when I was younger, or sand-based astros if you like. But it's nice to give each and every child the opportunity to hopefully play on an artificial 3G surface, and then and other nice looked after pitches.
The constant maintenance of current facilities is also something he believes is key in ensuring that players can improve to the greatest possible extent at all times.
Through work myself as a coach and as a referee, I actually prefer being on grass pitches. In terms of supporting and helping facilities and improving them, if anything, I think artificial pitches are a really good example, and also clubhouses, changing rooms. Obviously the size of change rooms are very important, because if you've got a nice large changing room to give everybody the space and support for match preparation, I think that's always good for each and every player. But I definitely think there is room for improvement in terms of facilities.
So from a coach's point of view, certainly nothing has changed in terms of grassroots facilities over the past 3 decades. So what exactly is being done by those in charge of grassroots facilities in order to ensure the future is brighter? Opened at the beginning of the 2018-19 season, Dorking Wanderers Meadowbank Stadium houses the main offices for the Surrey FA. It is in these offices that the foundations for future grassroots projects are laid out and organised. Football Development Officer Mike Gillam was keen to highlight the complex process that decides which areas within the county require the most attention to detail.
So in Surrey we have 15 local authorities. We'll end up with 15 plans. Those plans will tell us all about the supply of football in that borough, the demand of football in that borough, and as a result we'll be able to pull out any sort of key facility priorities that might need additional funding or that might need revamping or reconsidering for the future, and that's a 10-year strategy in line with the FA National Football Facility Strategy.
The overseeing of new projects throughout Surrey is something that brings a significant level of satisfaction to the people that are responsible for laying down the foundations.
The facilities can take a long time to develop. They can take a couple of years from kind of that first conversation about developing it all the way through to it actually being built, so it can take longer than that even. So yeah, it's really satisfying once you see a facility that you've worked on actually get built, and even more satisfying when you see players using it, for sure.
Despite their recent investments into grassroots football, the Surrey FA are still underachieving in terms of fulfilling their targets for new facilities. This is something that they are very aware of and keen to address as quickly as possible.
I think we've had significant investment from the Football Foundation in artificial pitches and changing rooms and grass pitches. Our biggest challenge is grass pitches. We're far from where we want to be. Council facilities, school facilities aren't at where they need to be, and we are trying to work with those authorities to kind of get those facilities up to standard.
So it seems that despite the efforts of the Surrey FA and countless other FAs across the country, for many communities, having high quality grassroots facilities is still a long-term objective with no clear conclusion in sight. But what does this mean for current players of all ages?
Sussex-based side White Hawk FC uses state-of-the-art 3G surface for their training sessions and some friendly fixtures. Located in the shadow of Brighton and Hove Albion's Amex Stadium, the pitch allows for training to take place in all weather. Hawks former Brighton Academy striker Connor Tye feels that current facilities need improvement across the board and that 3G pitches are the benchmark for the future.
Well, it's not great really. I just, anyone that plays football knows, it's really hard. It's basically like this really, just like standard 3G or maybe even worse, just train on any grass you can get. So it's not really ideal, but it could be better. Yeah, you can use it all year round. So whereas grassroots football, it's hard to keep hold of the pitches, because some councils don't want to spend money on it, and it's really difficult to keep the maintenance of pitches. So I think 3G is probably the best way to go.
Meanwhile, 60 miles away in Hampshire, even local over 35s teams are struggling to find adequate facilities. The Alton Town veterans were forced to relocate to their current pitch as a result of a congested fixture list for the club's other sides.
I mean, we were a vets team with a club in Four Marks, and because there were 4 teams, one pitch, there was a lot of competition. The club attitude at the time was, you old boys have had your day, you have to give preference to the younger guys, which was a little bit unfair, but we understood it. So we had to look for an alternative venue, which meant we played in various council pitches, school pitches, until we found a home at Alton Vets. It's very rewarding. Sunday mornings we all look forward to the game. We have a few social events as well. We go to the pub after, whether we win or whether we lose. So it's the social cohesion and the ability we're still able to play football in our mid-50s, early 60s. Sometimes it's frustrating, but a lot of the times it's rewarding. Sometimes you find that everybody leaves the changing room and you've got the gear, you've got people who leave stuff behind them, and you're like a headmaster. But when we win, when we do well, end of season dues, if there's a birthday party, we all get together, and that's very rewarding, the social aspect as well as the pitch aspect as well.
Whatever the future holds for grassroots facilities, it still seems that in this respect, the UK has a long way to go until it reaches the standards of other countries who share a passion for football. It is hoped that with additional funding in the future, grassroots will continue to grow and more footballers will reap the rewards.